blends in so well. Off you go, buddy. Well, anyway, it looks like we're going to see more of these because this is pretty cool. He doesn't seem to be scared of people at all. So the real reason we're here actually, folks, is to review the King's Tour X side opening pop-up rooftop tent on the Xtrail. I upgraded from my little lightweight clamshell. All right, so I couldn't tripod it, so I've got my assistant here sorting it out for me. This is only the second time I've opened this tent, but this is how you go. A couple of latches. Apparently you pop it up. All right, that's stage one. I mean, it already looks pretty big, doesn't it? These straps are what you use in the morning to pull it down. It's got big gas struts there. That pops that up. What I did notice was the ladder is pretty legit. It's a really nice ladder. Feels really durable and strong. And the floor locks in. Oh, all right, let's pop this up. Does that look? Am I down? Am I flat? Am I up a little bit? Looks up a little bit, but I think maybe it needs to be opened up completely first. Okay, so that's all we've done. That's the flip up part. In the front little pocket here, you have all of your little metal hooks, and these will slide into this little hole, and it kind of goes in a bit of an angle. And then you find this hole. That gives you your roof. Same on the other side. A little bit fiddly. Gonna open up these guys. And I've never opened these before, so just fiddle for a little bit, little clampy things. And then, can you see the hole, honey? There it is. Okay. And then switch it around. Same deal. So you'd have these on if it's going to be really bad weather, I suppose. But as far as the design is, you don't need to have the roof on at all if you know you're going to have a clear night and not get any dew. All right, that's one side up. How's that look? Other side. Pop these guys in. Nice little touch, like this little bit of plastic on the front. That's nice, you won't damage your tent. Okay, and that's Canopy 2. What do we have to do? We have to unzip, Velcro, what? What is unlash? I tell you, the unzipping the roof thing will be a special occasions only type of situation. Haley's Comet, you know, full moon. There's a full moon tonight. We should Google if we have any reception about the dew situation. I'd like to know. All right, now we're up here. And then there's another strap. There's another strap here. And there's another strap here. All right. Then you can put this thing back on. Here. I mean, I think we can see now that this is a bit annoying, and you're not really going to practically use this sunroof. It's going to be cool for the video, but that's really about it. I mean, honestly, look, now that I'm up here, I feel like it's cooler than you think, but actually to get to this point was pretty annoying. The biggest problem is that your mesh is just mesh. You have no waterproofing. So if you want to have the mesh open at night to see the moon, and it's going to be a dewy night or drizzly night, you're going to get wet, mate. That's all there is to it. You can shut the top, so maybe Honey will start to sleep with the mesh open and just have a look at the moon, and then when it gets colder, we'll roll the top down. Because I don't think it's going to rain, but it's going to get dewy. This is the roof. Just going to roll it up and tuck it up under somewhere. All right, so okay. There's actually a little roller latchy toggle thing. Just found it. There's one in the middle. I'm assuming that's to roll up the main canopy for this situation. Hello. I'm going to bring you up in here and then you can see what's going on. So here is the main canopy just sort of rolled up underneath the top. We're out the top, obviously. Diandra bushland, which is pretty beautiful. Our resident little echidna, he's just over here in the little bit of bush. This is the top open. So let's camp in this configuration tonight and see how that goes. A bit of a view out the window. So from underneath, this will be the view tonight. We'll get a couple of shots of this. It's out the front. Oh, what's this pole for? Yeah, take this back. Old men, you know what I mean. Oh, already here. Can you see that? Can you zoom in? This is the Velcro. And as I said, we haven't slept in this or actually opened this before other than to look inside. That's already peeled off. The double-sided tape's rubbish, clearly. So not even one proper use. And that's come off all the way down, all the way down, all the way around. So that's rubbish. That's just basically trash. We'll have to do a little bit of first aid on that. Okay, now for this peste de resistance. So there's a little loop here. And I still don't know what this piece is for. But the other problem with this piece is that you put it on, and I mean, you guys might have spotted this already. You put it onto your pole, and I guess this is to push it open a little bit. Just give it a bit of structure, maybe. And what? You got a freaking pole in your sunroof. Another poor design. They probably didn't figure out how to roll this back or work this properly, so they thought, let's just stick a pole in it. So that's going to be a crappy view if you have like a nice night. And there you got this pole right in the middle. That's just dumb. It kind of just loops in there, so this spot is going to wear away, you know, pretty quickly. It's going to pull the Velcro off, which has been doing without any resistance right now. And that just sort of sits tucked into here, which it doesn't actually even fit this part. So I'm not really sure I just don't even know what this pole's for. It just seems strange. If it's supposed to go there, the diameter of this is definitely bigger than that. So that's not working at all. Okay, so we're back to design. Out of 10, you know, I think it's a solid 4 as well. For this kind of structure and rubbish, it's not working for me. Some good things is it's nice and wrapped here. You can see to the outside world there if you want to. There's another flap on the outside. So I do remember seeing a review where they had to tie that flap in. I mean, this is real work. Clearly, I'm not sponsored by Kings or anybody because no one would let me talk shit about their tent. Got some tabs here. I guess these are to hang stuff. Maybe some lighting. I do have lighting. Got a little, I don't know, phone bag or something. It's probably just big enough to be on your way and small enough to be useless. The mattress kind of velcros to these. You got a little weather flap / something gusset, just to stop any air coming up from the outside of the tent, I suppose. Just random piece of zip just hanging out there for no reason. Don't know what it does. Doesn't do anything, but looks of it. Zips to something, but just hanging out. Again, build quality, design quality. This part seems to be pretty legit. Velcro's down. Doesn't fit around the gas struts properly. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'll peel up the mattress and then I will put in the mattress I just got from Anaconda. This was on special for, it was $159. It's a 1.4 by 2 point something meter mattress. Not mattress, sorry, anti-condensation mat. And the thing with this is that it just gives you that 10 mil more cushion underneath this, because I do feel myself sinking through into the floor, and helps with condensation issues apparently. So we'll peel off the front part of the mattress, we'll throw this other one in, and we'll peel off the back part, and then we'll throw the other part in. So I just got this. So I just got this from Anaconda, not a sponsor. The June Deluxe anti-condensation matte black, 140 by 206, and this was $159, but on special, I think it's a Father's Day special thing, that they're only $75. So that was pretty good. The equivalent King's 4x4 one is $99 normal price. I remember old mate that sold me the tent said he'll give me the King's one for $80 if I wanted it with the tent. But look, actually they're identical. So the condensation mat is, there's a little bit of woven, tightly woven, I don't know, fabric stuff. And so that just puts a air layer between the main mattress and the floor. And so as you're moving around, this will actually move air and push air through. But also it's a sneaky little way to add 10 mil to your mattress. You can turn the light back on if you want. I mean, I just got out of the tent and this is useless. This just fell down. So I have no clue why this is here. Ooh. Ooh. I mean, it makes no sense. Why is this here? Don't know. So we're going to get rid of that for now. Got a mosquito inside, so let's try to get this in really quickly. This is real world conditions, folks, because we're camping here tonight. As I said, the first time we've camped in this tent, first time using it, and this is the setup. All right, so that's the mattress. That's the condensation mattress. So I'm just going to pull this up, put the condensation mat down, and if this works, then this could become the new technique for installing condensation mattresses. Put the top back down. Now, the funny thing is that you have these Velcro tabs to hold everything in. As soon as you put the condensation mattress in, there's no Velcro tabs anymore. All right, so condensation mattress down, and actually this has a bit of, I'm kind of putting all my force on this, and this, I'm not touching the actual, I've got to like thumb it right down, but if I'm just pushing my hands down, it's not touching the metal underneath. So I think this is going to add a lot of extra cushion. I think it's going to make this feel more cushiony than it looks. All right, so make sure this is all the way around everywhere. Okay, condensation mattress in, and here we are. All right, so this is the sleeping bag setup. You can see there's heaps of room. My little sheet's not fitting the thing properly because it's got a cutout over here. Because it's 1600 wide at the top, but it's only 1480 or something wide at the bottom, at the foot. But you won't notice that. So look, I've got heaps of room. It's a really good sized tent, I'll give it that. We're going to install the little lights I've got, and then I'll be able to run a cord down through one of these holes. And this is the little strap, but I'm going to run the light straight through there so I can plug them into my car, and then I'll strap these on. Alrighty, there we go. Perfect world setup would be those lights up there that I put in there working, but they're not. Maybe I've not read the instructions, there weren't any, but then these little guys will go into here, and this is apparently the weather stop for this section. Kind of velcros to itself, bring the little skirt down to whatever this does. I guess that's to stop it from, little skirt comes down here, under there, so that you can get a bit of an idea of the tent setup. Now, don't forget I took the roof down so that I can have the the moon roof or the sunroof or whatever you want to call it, which is completely useless if there's any kind of moisture because it'll just come straight in the tent. There's no waterproofing layer. But I do have a mate who'll make one for us. Actually, we can get some. This is what it is. We're going to have some dinner now. We're going to get killed by the mosquitoes, I think, and we'll show you from the inside when we're all chilling out. Probably catch up with you in the middle of the night. Hopefully there's a bit of full moon action and I can show you that from the roof. There's the obligatory Kings branding, and yeah, let's see how we go. Back shortly. We've got a little friend that popped into camp. Oh my god, was he like your buddy? Where did he go underneath? That was cool.
Don't hop in the car, you know.
Where is he? There he is. Hey mate.
You can pet.
Oh, he's like right at my feet.
He knows.
He knows.
He knows.
People have been just doing laps. How cool is that? Okay, a quick update about the lighting. Now, the lighting works fine. This was user error. There's a little tiny button, and you guys would have known this because everyone's probably owns it. There's a little button just here, on, off, and then you've got dimmer, as well as, so we can dim it, which is pretty nice, and we can change the color, which is also nice. Anyway, it works fine, and it's awesome. This is what girlfriends are for. They know how to do stuff. All right, definitely good night. So, good morning. It's day 2. As you can see, I haven't had the best sleep. There's a lot of space in the tent, but the mattress itself is very thin. For me, it's going to need an upgrade. Some other little things that I picked up overnight were, where is this supposed to go? Is it supposed to get pulled all the way to here, or it's got like a Velcro strip down there? So the only way for it to go to there is if you do this, but then that's not utilizing the Velcro strip that's on the side, so that's a bit confusing. Unless this is when it gets attached to an awning, don't know. Check this out, it's only an Xtrail. Imagine if you had a 200 series or something and you try to open the back door straight into the ladder. So that's a bit of a design fault as well. These straps here, this just makes no sense, because if you want to engage with the sunroof, you've got really fiddly straps. You're going to do that once in a lifetime, you'll never do it again. But yeah, we didn't have this on last night. It actually probably would have been nicer to have this on and have the window open at the top just for more airflow. But yeah, condensation inside the tent last night was pretty good. There's only a little bit, really it wasn't actually probably moisture if anything else. It wasn't anything like you had to wipe out or anything like in another little tent. So a bit more airflow. And you did see last night, I did get the lights to work in the end. So that was funny. Apparently on off means on off for the dimmer, and then there's another on off for the power. So what we'll do now is we'll shut down the tent. This is only the second time I've shut down the tent. Now I'm going to use a tip that the guy at Kings gave me. He said when you shut down the tent, you need to wrap up those outer awnings, and then that should shut down better. Because when I wrapped it up before, the awnings were flicking out. I had Wani on one side, me on the other side, trying to get our fingers slammed in the plastic. It's not a one-person job to shut down the tent if you've got your awnings open. So we're going to try it with the awnings wrapped up, give it the best opportunity to close, and then, is that bit broken already? No. And then we'll see what it's like to close it in the real world. Just going to zip this down. I'm going to pull the little window prongs. I'm going to call them prongs. I don't know what they're really called. Maybe they're called tines. Then unzip the outer edge of these. I suppose. Outside strap. What are these bugs? All right. That's all of those. You don't lose those because they just pop into this little thing here. They feel pretty high quality. Kind of got this anodized look to them, but they're not aluminium, but there's something that they're pretty dense. Tent peg material, whatever. Now, I don't know if I had the zips closed last time or if I had this rolled up. I had this rolled up when we opened it, didn't I? Let's roll it up again. The thing with rolling it up is that there will be no like trapped air when you're trying to close the roof or the hard part. I'm going to zip up the, sorry, not zip it up, lay it down. Okay. So what I've got inside is, I've got the inside windows flaps just laid down flat. We've got the roof strap. I've got to undo these little pockets under here. Oh, one of the biggest problems last night, no shoe bins. All this space under here, which the ladder takes up in the middle, but a couple of nice shoe bins hanging off here would be awesome. My little tent had shoe bins, best thing ever. We end up having our thongs and our shoes in the bottom of the tent, which just makes your blanket messy really quick. Any other bad things about the tent last night? Can you remember? I think that's it. Me snoring? Yeah, thought so. And down we go. Step one, pull the little clips in, ladder compacts, sits on this little rubber foamy things. Oh, no, that's got caught under there. There we go. So when I'm feeling here, there is actually a little bit more that you can compress. You've only got this much space though. Let me just check with this, with my measuring tape. So that's going to be a fixed space you'll have to be able to compact something into it. So here we've got about 100 mil. So if you want to put in, and this is fixed, unless you put some spacers in here or something like that, but then I wonder if it will actually engage with the little lip. But you've only got 100 mil to play with. So if you've got a 100 mil mattress you want to put in here, it has to suck down to like 30, 40 mil with your little anti-condensation mat to be able to squeeze into here. So if you had a nice 50 mil self-inflatable mattress with your sleeping bag and you got to suck out all the air of the self-inflatable, I think that'll be a nice upgrade. Whoops, I think that'd be a nice upgrade. So I wonder if that's the intent of these kind of cheaper products. You buy the tent, then you buy the anti-condensation mat, then you buy your big mattress, and then, you know, it's basically becomes a necessity. And you've already spent $1,500 on your tent. Now the RRP was 2,000, I think 2,100. So imagine spending $2,000 on this tent, you wouldn't be happy. Even $1,500, add your mattress, add your bits and pieces, maybe you're going to be happier. All right, so it's folding in there. Oh, the window's folded straight in this time. Oh, okay, so here we go. So this is the problem, and the way I thought of fixing this problem last time was like this. Just slamming my cord into the door so it's not going to roll up. And you got to tuck all this stuff in. So a little bit of a tuck. Now my other clamshell, it had its own annoyances with closing it up, which was the fact that you had to throw the thing over the top at the end. The annoyance for this one is obviously trying to tuck all this in the front is really bad. I actually have to open it up again to get there. Come in from the other side. So this is a bit of a team effort. And all the change would have been is this bottom lip could have been a little bit more flanged, and that would have just captured all that stuff without having to do too much. Surely they set it up and shut it down in the factory and they realize it's a bad idea. Okay, pull it down a little bit more. You know what would be good here if I had the window open? Close the door, hit it again. Okay, I think I'm pretty close. This side's just popped out a little bit. Now imagine this process on the roof of a 200 series or something. I mean, it's like you're climbing a skyscraper to get it done. Ugh. There's a lot of resistance. Plus you've got to tuck your pull down strap away somewhere. And then you get on there here. You get on the little toggle sticks out. Annoying little toggle sticks out. Come on, you little fucker. Here we go. All the plastic doesn't want to flange out properly. Okay, here we go. I'm almost there on this side. Okay, maybe I got to pull down the other side a bit more. Whew. Tuck this side in. I can see that this it's just these 3 little screws in behind here, and that's going to break off because you're putting so much force on these ratchets to pull it down. That's going to be no time before they break off. So you've got to be mindful of that when I'm trying to close it here. It doesn't want to close evenly. Have I still got things sticking up there? No. Little strap here, apparently. So close. And let's go. Oh man, you got nothing to grab onto. It's all like smooth plastic. I mean, come on. Now these things, tiny little screw, tiny little bolt on the other side of it. I'll show you when I upgrade the mattress, but these are going to come out no time at all. Otherwise, close there. Whew. You can see some of the build quality if you come around here. There's a huge gap at the front. I can stick my fingers in there. Then this is just not cut straight. This is all over the place. Things are going to be sticking out everywhere. There's a decent gap at the back. So just the sides didn't really get any love. They could have just been, 5mm more would have helped. This closing mechanism is dodgy. These are going to break. A cool thing is you can lock your tent. Not sure why you would. You can't put anything in there to lock anyway, so no point. All right, pros and cons. Pro, huge. It's the Taj Mahal. 1600 millimeters wide. I don't know, 150 high inside, 130 high, don't quote me. I'll put it up on the side here somewhere. Really long. I stretched out all night, stretched and groaned and moaned and snored. No problem. Didn't annoy my partner. Value for money, I got it on special. So yes, value for money. There's another pro. Easy to set up, sure. Setup is easy, definitely a pro. Pop that and off it goes. What other pros? You do have the sunroof if you want to do that stuff with it, but it is annoying to get to it, as you saw. It's not too heavy, 67 kilos in this format. So that's before you put any blanket or anything in here or upgrade the mattress, which you have to do. 67 kilos is pretty good. Now, that's the average small size SUV up to the big one. You might notice this on top of a roof of a big 4B, but on this little car, I do feel it, but I don't feel I feel like these do their job and that weight is transferred and you feel it down low. You don't necessarily feel it up high, which is quite nice. Aerodynamics and things, I guess it speaks for itself. I didn't have any difference in fuel economy or cruising or anything like that, so that's fine. Cons, and there's a lot more cons than pros, unfortunately. Cons, the build quality. Inside, you saw earlier with the Velcro, wasn't very good, already peeling away from the back. You can access the little rooftop tent, the little roof sunlight, but you have to take all the top off, and you've got straps to take them off. And you'll never do it. You just won't. You'll either have it off all the time, or the other problem is you can't have it off all the time because you have to close the roof to be able to close the tent, which is annoying. No shoebox, simple little thing. This base doesn't open up wide enough for the door. Maybe they could have put the ladder to one end or something. You only have one entry exit point. So depending on the vehicle you're going to put it on, you have to be really mindful of your back door or your front door or however you configure it. The little prongs and stuff, they're fine. That's not really a con. What other cons are there, honeydew? That's really about it. I just think down to build quality and functionality. The closing function is a nightmare. I know I made that look easy. Look at that. Look at the cut there as well. What a rubbish cut build quality on the front. I know I made that little close look easy, but it's not. You've got nowhere to grab. You've got nowhere. Everything's sliding off. These are going to break. There's definitely going to break. There's no chance that this little bit of plastic is going to keep this tiny little 3mm bloody bolt in place. Would I recommend buying it? You know, if you were going to maybe do these little structural changes and put a nice mattress in there and then fiddle with the mattress every time you've got to close the tent and you need that space if you're going to spend multiple nights in it on the road, then sure, go buy it on special. Make sure when you're buying it on special, you get the mattress on special and you get the anti-condensation mat on special, then I'll definitely buy it. But to recommend it to somebody that's like a one person, a solo camping or a young family or something that, you know, doesn't really have the benefit of having your partner helping you pull it down and closing it and stuff, and probably not. I'd probably go for just one of those little flop side opens. All right, well, I guess that closes us up for get it, for this King's Tour X tent review, real world review. I will do more updates when I add the new mattress, when I'm trying to close it with sleeping bags. Shall we have an overall rating of this tent? Out of the box, if you didn't buy anything for it, if you just put your sleeping bag in it, slept in it, out of 10, it's like a 4. It really is. The sleep quality wasn't good. That mattress is a joke. For the fact that you're going to spend $2,000 retail on one of these, and you have to put a condensation mat in it, you have to upgrade your mattress, you have to do these things to it. It's not value for money in that respect. So a 4 out of 10. There's rain this weekend. My mate doesn't want to go out camping in the rain, but I'm hoping I can change his mind and we'll do a rainy tent review on Saturday night. Okay, well, thanks for coming, and subscribe, like, all those lovely things. Thanks for coming. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da.